Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this session. I'm Laura Scavino, part of Accenture Technology, and today I would like to talk to you about why promoting a data culture can help your organization. I will provide an introduction to Tableau Blueprint, which is actually a step-by-step guide that can help you becoming a data-driven organization. But before we do that, I would like to ask you a question. How many of you have used Tableau before? I think everyone. How many of you have heard of Tableau Blueprint before? Yes, people. And let's take a step back. How many of you have used data in the past? I think we have full room. So today I would like to talk about data culture. So what is data culture really? When I think about data culture, I think about loads of things, but if you have used data before, you might have used data to solve problems. Maybe you have created some dashboards, you have created some PowerPoint slides, or you've done a live demo using Tableau or Power BI, but you have solved problems using data. You might have helped your stakeholders to find insights quicker, to improve decision-making, perhaps. You might have gone to your colleagues and said, look at this new feature of Tableau. You might have helped them into something, and you might have learned something new along the way. All of this is data culture. So finding insight, solving problems, and helping other people. But how can you promote data culture within an organization? Who do I go to for support, for guidance, for help if I need to? Or who is it coming towards my direction if I need any help? Well, this is why I'm going to talk to you about Tableau Blueprint. But before I do that, I would like to cover 4 very important things that are not just related to Tableau, but are related to data in general in an organization. So when we talk about data, we want to think about data literacy. Is the data literacy open to anyone? Is anyone able to understand data and the basics of it? We talk about center of excellence, so being able to ask and answer questions freely in a group, could be internal or external. Data governance, how is the data governance? How is it connected together? Is it in a good shape? Can everybody access? Is there any limitations from IT? And then user groups. It can be an internal user groups within the organization. You can meet every week or every month with a challenge, perhaps. Or it could be an external user group like this one, where we're just sharing some tips. So all of this is Tableau Blueprint, but how does Tableau Blueprint fit within the data culture picture? So you see, this is a very broad roadmap or step-by-step guide, as we could define it. And it goes from the very beginning on the left-hand side into analytics strategy. So you might want to define that analytics strategy and find that support within your stakeholder and senior members of the team. But also you might want to focus on more specific branches, like what is the data governance? How is it maintained? How is it deployed? How is your server, if you have any server implementations? How is your ETL process developing into a report? You might want to look at proficiency. How proficient are your users, your end users, if you have end users, or your developers? Are they up to date with the newest skills, with the newest features in Tableau or Power BI or any other visualization tools? Are they using best practices? And then we have the community side of things. So the community side of things is everything about engagement, communications, and knowledge sharing. So everything about user groups and center of excellence. So you can see it's a very broad picture that we're trying to see here. But where do I start? I see all of this. You might want to do all of this at the same time. Well, different businesses might start different levels at different points. And this is why I want to show you very briefly what a Tableau Blueprint Planner looks like. So that Tableau Blueprint Planner is an Excel spreadsheet, essentially, that brings you step by step into every side of that high-level plan that I showed you earlier. So if you want to start with community, you want to build a community within your organization, you're like, okay, who I'm going to assign and to connect new users with necessary resources. You can, if you want to look at data governance and you want to upgrade your server regularly, how do I go into my progress upgrade process checklist? So you see here, there are loads of tabs. I'm not going to bring you through all of them, but just gives you an idea of how many things you can do within a roadmap and the step-by-step guide. Tableau also developed recently an online version of that survey. So anybody can fill that survey in. You can very briefly save some resource, some answers. And then at the end of that survey, you will receive some recommendations of what Tableau thinks you should do. So it will be a score at the end of it for each of the sections. I'm going to scroll through very quickly. And then you will get an email saying this is the section where you need to improve, and these are some of the recommendations that I would like you to focus on. I will share all of these resources, of course, at the end of the talk, but if you do have any questions or if you want to ask me anything about Tableau Blueprint and data culture, please feel free to do that. Thank you so much.